Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I was on Boxing Beats and Rhymes Hangout last night, and shout out to him every time. And there was a few of us on there talking about different subjects, and the subject of Isaac Cruz, Pitbull, came up. And Lady Chan, who was on there, in respect to Lady Chan as well, go give her a sub if you. It's a great channel. She was saying that she doesn't rate Isaac Cruz at all. She thinks he's too small. He's 5'3". He comes forward, he's very aggressive, but he ain't beating any of the top 140 pounders. Now, 140 pounds, the super lightweights, it's a stacked division, definitely. Brilliant division. And the other champions are Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, and Subriel Matias. Now, would I pick Cruz to beat any of those guys? I wouldn't rule him out, but I would probably think that Haney would outbox him. He might have some rocky patches because against Isaac Cruz, you're going to, and also the fact that he is so short is kind of to his advantage. Very much like Mike Tyson when he was a heavyweight. I don't like comparing Cruz to Mike Tyson because I think there are differences, big differences. Normally, it's the way that the punches are set up. I think combinations. Tyson had this he had it drilled into him that there were certain combinations. Whenever you watch a Tyson fight, an earlier Tyson fight with Kevin Rooney, you'll hear Rooney mention numbers, which means, do this combination, do that combination. Cruz seems a lot more cruder. And I'm not saying he's without intelligence, he is, but not as, there isn't as much thought going into it as there was with Tyson. He's got his game plan, and whatever punch he can land, he will try to land it. But I think Haney would probably outbox him. Well, he would outbox him. Whether he could do it for 12 rounds and not get clipped is another matter. But I have to favour Haney to beat Cruz. Probably on points. Then we've got Teofimo Lopez. You never know which Lopez is going to turn up. He's a hot and cold fighter. Certainly I can see him outpointing Cruz. Can I see Cruz outworking Lopez? Yeah, I can, yeah. Because he does throw so many punches. And if you don't contain that power and that aggression, you're going to get outworked. I think it'll be a relatively close fight. It's a difficult one to predict that. I don't know. Because you never know which Lopez. All right, I'll go by if the best version of Lopez turns up, I think he beats Cruz on points. But I don't. You just don't know with Lopez what's going to happen. So, a guy who comes forward probably suits Lopez much better. I would say Lopez wins. The best version of Lopez wins against Pitbull. Now, the other fighter would be, as I put it on Beats' Hangout, Subriel Matias versus Isaac Cruz would be an explosion of Oppenheimer proportions. That would be an atom bomb going off, boom, big mushroom cloud above the ring and everything, because of the styles. The styles gel to make this explosive fight, incredible fight. I would love to see that fight. It's one of the great matchups in boxing at the moment, to me, for sheer entertainment. Who would win? I would strongly favour Matias, possibly by stoppage. But Cruz, of course, would fight his heart out. I don't think there's any quitting him. But I would strongly favour Matias to win, and probably by stoppage. That would be my pick. Now, excluding the other champions, let's look at the WBA, because that is the belt that Cruz holds. And it's the full fat version. It's not that regular or interim crap. There should only, of course, be one belt for every division, but of course they splinter them to make more money, more sanctioning fees and so on. But let's look at the WBA. Who has Isaac Cruz got in his list of potential, challengers, contenders? So let's go through them. Kenneth Sims is number one. Now Kenneth Sims, have I seen him? I think I might have seen him. But I don't have any great recollection. And what that means is that unless something sticks in my mind, I'm not overly impressed. But he's a number one contender, somehow. At number 2, you've got Alberto Puello. Again, it's a weird one. Number 2, really? Nesta Bravo's at 3. That's the third best, third best guy available. Okay. Jack Catterall at 4, who we know about, has the rescheduled fight with Josh Taylor. At 5, we've got Roland Romero. He's just knocked him out or stopped him. At 6, Zankos Taranov. I don't know much about him at all. Same with number 7, Batir Akhmadov. I don't know much about him. I've probably seen these fighters with fighters that have, Eastern European names that are difficult to remember, for me anyway. Ignorant Englishman, sorry. But sometimes I've seen them and I just forget the name, or I confuse one name with the other. So I can't really say whether they deserve to be in the top 15. They may well do. Although looking at those 2 fighters, I didn't see them in any other rankings. And this is what happens sometimes. You get one ruling body that ranks some people really highly, and then you look at, say, the alternative ruling bodies, and they're nowhere to be seen. At 8, O'Hara Davies, who just got knocked out in one round by the old fella, Ismael Barroso, and Julian Smith is at 9. Makwan Williams at 10. Batazan Jukmanbayev at 11. Karaton Agraba, I think it's pronounced. Number 12. Jose Angel Rosa at 13. Kevin Brown at 14. And Alex Vargas at 15. Now, I'm certainly not going to pretend that I know most of those names, their resumes like the back of my hand. I don't. But would I give Pitbull a chance to beat them all? Would I make him a favourite against all of those or most of them? Yes, I would make, from what I know of the ones that I've mentioned, I would make Pitbull, I would make him the favourite. So if he stays with the WBA and just sort of knocks off the contenders, he's got a chance to build up quite a reputation, because he might be able to knock some of them out early, get the highlight reel knockouts, build his... I can never think of a different word because I hate this word, but build his brand. Do you know what I mean? I fucking hate that word. Like it's sort of like he's a commodity and it's a sort of corporate endeavor and all that shit. I hate that stuff. Anyway, so I don't know. Against the other champions, I would probably pick at least 2 of them to beat Pitbull. But if you're looking at his list of contenders, I would say he's got a good chance of building up a good resume, by gradually knocking off all the contenders. I mean, O'Hara Davies and Rowley, you can't really consider them because they've both been stopped recently. But the others, I don't really see any people who are going to trouble Pitbull. Not really. So what do you think about Pitbull? First of all, what do you think about him against the other champs? Do you think he gets them out of there? Do you think they beat him? Do you think they outpoint him or stop him or he stops them? Tell me what you think. And I'll look forward to reading your comments. Of course, if you are new, please subscribe to the channel and also hit the like button as well. It takes a second and you help with the channel out. Much love to you. All right, guys and girls, thanks for your time as always. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.